can't tell by my potato head, I'm Irish. So, get that out of the way early. But I've been watching the news a lot recently, and it's been a bad year for Jeffries. You know, just whenever you thought that Jeffrey Dahmer had won the undisputed Worst Jeffrey Award, Epstein's there like, hold my beer, bro. Got me thinking that maybe Jeffrey problems might require Jeffrey solutions. It'd certainly bring a new light to the phrase, eat the rich. I was watching the BBC News the other day, and they said that the late pedophile Jeffrey Epstein has just died. And it's bad enough to be a child sex offender, but he was late. This motherfucker couldn't hold down a schedule. He could hold down a 12-year-old, but not a Google Calendar. Not popular anyway. If you've been inappropriately touched by any of the material tonight, then I sincerely apologize to you, which is sadly more justice and accountability than any of the current US administration has faced. It's true. But no, you see, the only people that are getting fired, the only pedos that are getting fired from the current US administration are torpedoes towards Iran. Sadly, it breaks my heart that there was a school that was bombed in Iran by the US administration, and it killed 160 young girls. And this is a great example of America exporting its culture, because we all know that weapons have been a feature of the high school system for the past decades. But this is all coming from the Mango Mussolini, the big orange man, the FIFA Peace Prize winner. And with Peace Prize winners like that, we can only imagine that the FIFA Father of the Year is going to be Joseph Fritzl. Fuck these billionaires, basically, I think was what I wrote down next. You know, I just despise all these billionaires that, you know, taking advantage of society. I mean, I'm speaking to you obviously as a successful young entrepreneur. I made my first million before 30. It may have been denominated in Hungarian forints, so that's not, look, we didn't put that in the LinkedIn post. You know, I'm an entrepreneur. You know, the Hungarian forint is actually, it's trading slightly above monopoly money right now. And that's quite ironic, because actually, with all of this critique of the Epstein class, I might get my go to jail card. And if I go past don't take 200, and for some reason the cameras don't work, I think you guys all know what has happened. I've been Jeffrey'd. But no, it's really awful. But I try to rebel against society in small ways, you know? I don't know, are any of you guys subscribed to YouTube Premium? Yeah. The Hungarian upper class, this is how they identify themselves. I'm a cheap bastard, I do not pay for that shit. But I feel like a real rebel, because I just love that these companies don't know that all of their ad spend is being wasted on me, because I don't understand a fucking word of their ad. You know, all I know is like occasionally, you know, a jingle for some random like, how's that fun? You know, what even is that? I don't know. I remember it, but it's a really great way to keep up to date with the propaganda from the local administration. You know, I moved here first in 2020, and you know, it was during the coronavirus, and back then it was just. Soros. Inflatio. We moved on. Russia invaded Ukraine, and then all of a sudden it was Sanzio. Inflatio. Brussels. We moved on from Soros. Yeah. And now with the current regime, the current elections that are going on, it's Zelensky. Enemy number one. Yeah, fuck that guy. But there is an election going on right now. I don't know, how many Hungarians do we have in the crowd? Woo! Yeah, there was a big controversy recently, actually. The opposition leader, Magyar Péter, he was involved in a sex scandal. Very controversial because, controversially, there were two consenting adults who had sex. Welcome to Hungary. You're not from here. This is blasphemy in this country. You know? But, you know, this sex tape, the other side was trying to release it, and I think it could backfire. Because, honestly, Kim Kardashian, she made a career off the back of a sex tape. That went really, really well. I think that actually this might win the soccer mom vote for Magyar Péter. I think all of the cougars down in Balaton are going to be like, ooh, Kish Betty. I haven't seen the video, so I don't know. Maybe it's Nudge Betty. He's a short guy. I don't know if the horizontal measurement is a little bit different. Who knows? But, you know, I don't know if the same could be said for the other side. I'm not sure if a Viktor Orban sex tape could do the same numbers. I don't know if that would win the soccer mom vote. Just imagine him there, the langosh belly out. What would his sex talk be? You know? I will secure the southern border. If it was a soccer mom, maybe African migrants have damaged this. It is devaluing the Magyar kolbas. I'm not sure that's a winning strategy, but the writing might be on the wall for Big Vic. Maybe Orban's going to be out. If that is the case, don't worry, his big buddy in the White House, the Don, he might set him up. There's some new jobs that opened up in geopolitics. Actually, there's a position for a new Ayatollah, I believe. Just picture it. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you Ayatollah Orban. It's going to be the greatest country in the Middle East. We're going to call it Orbanistan. That's all from me. Thank you guys. You've been great.